First of our features coming up, race 4, and that is the Guinness Lightning Stakes, Joe. Time to start at 2:13 as 927's Brian Martin for the Guinness Lightning Stakes.
The line is good. Stand by for a start. Stalls are back. General Nadeem has bounced brilliantly. Spartacus going with him, and Natoire has flown the gate and is going straight across to the inside. Natoire has gone straight across towards the flat rail, and down on the outside here, Marcel Dienz and General Nadeem and Spartacus, the leaders now just in front of Can Grande. Then Show No Emotion, 3 or 4 further back Alpha, and the widest runner down the outside rail is Flavour at the 600 metre mark, and Natoire's over on the flat side in front. Back to the grandstand rail now. General Nadeem takes it up now, a half length in front of Spartacus. One to Show No Emotion, a length further back the grey Can Grande. They've dropped off Marcel Dienz, and then Alfred further back Flavour. General Nadeem hard on the outside fence down to the 300 metre mark. Over on the grandstand rail, and Natoire is keeping up. It's Natoire over on the inside, General Nadeem down the outside. They're together 3 lengths in front of Show No Emotion. Natoire over on the inside, maybe in front. General Nadeem is starting to pick him up on the outside rail. He'll get up the General. General Nadeem wins nearly a length Natoire. They're wide apart, about 3 away. Third Alpha Make Rabbit in front of Show No Emotion, and further back then Flavour. A gap in the race, Marcel Dienz and Can Grande, and Spartacus is last of all.
Oh, that's 7.9 seconds. 57.9 for General Nadeem. And interesting riding tactics there by Jimmy Cassidy aboard Natoire, heading straight for the flat side rail. But look at this horse. I'll tell you what, Joe, when they came past us with about 150 to go, I reckon Natoire was in front. He was, clearly in front. But General Nadeem just kept moving along that rail, and gee, he won well. Brilliant effort by this horse, General Nadeem, this wonderful 3-year-old. Unluckily beaten in the Caulfield Guineas at a distance probably not really suitable to him. He's just a flying machine, and the way he finished off his race, and he's run 34 seconds for the last 600, Joe, and 57.9 on affected ground. Not bad. Very impressive time there for this horse. And he had the measure of the horses on the outside a long way from home, even about the 400. He certainly had Show No Emotion's measure. He did. This Alpha pulling up. And General Nadeem should pay $1.70 and $1.20. The second place getter is number 6, and that is Natoire, and it should pay round about the $3.20 mark. So if you followed Roy Higgins' lead there with your trifectas, you're possibly in the money. And Show No Emotion, number 9, in third spot, $1.70. Time for the journey, 57.9 seconds. And here is this wonderful colt, General Nadeem. And here's the replate. Now, at this stage here, as I said, when they came past us, there was very little in it, but I did think Natoire was about a neck in front. Look at the way he just gets home, though, this horse.
Do you think moving across to the inside there may have just taken a little bit of the edge off Natoire? You had to work hard to get there.
Yeah, quite possibly, but I don't know that you can make any excuses. Obviously, that was a predetermined plan from Paul Perry and the connections of Natoire. And no doubt, Bill Mitchell, who trains General Nadeem, is a very happy man, and he's down in the winner's circle with Anthony Miffin.
Cool, calm and collected, and again, kisses galore, Peter, I can tell you. Terrific effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, go kiss me, Ron. Come on in. Yeah, no, great, super. Travelled great. He really just went so well. It was really thrilling.
You must be wrapped with the time too. It's a big time into a headwind and a rain-affected track.
Well, he can always run time, and it is a very fast time. He does seem to handle these dead tracks all right, which is good because, you know, you're going to run into them occasionally, and, well, he just went super on today.
Did you get a gauge up from the stand on where he was in the run, and Natoire on the inside? Could you tell you had the measure?
Yeah, when he went past us, he was on top of Natoire, you know, right here at the 200 where you sit. He was on top of Natoire, and I switched back to the screen. It's not easy to judge what's where, but he was going pretty well when he went past me.
And where's he go now?
He goes to the Oakland Plate in 2 weeks.
And plans from there? Have you got anything mapped out?
Yeah, the Newmarket, back to Sydney for the Galaxy, and then we'll go to Brisbane for the Foster's Cup Doom 10,000.
Good on you, Bill. All the best. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you very much.
Bill Mitchell, the winning trainer with General Nadeem, going onto the Oakley Plate and the Newmarket Handicap. Well, in 1987, Placid Arc won all 3 races, and it'd be a brave person to say that General Nadeem won't do it again 11 years later. He's the winner of the Guinness Lightning Stakes, and as he comes back to scale now with Brian York in the saddle, we'll take a break and come back to Flemington to recap on the Lightning in just a moment. Official dividends, $1.70 and $1.20 for General Nedeum, $3.20 for Natwar, $1.70 for Show No Emotion. Now, if you happen to pop Natwar into your trifectas because of what Roy Higgins said, with the other two, $65.90 the trifecta. Quinella paid $13.40, and the race-to-race double paid a dividend of $6.60. Well, there's one of the highlights, to the music of the Cause, appropriately, the Irish Day here at Flemington. And there's a big crowd out here enjoying what has been a wonderful day of racing, and we've got another highlight to come, of course, Joe, in the Blamey Stakes.
That's right.
Race 5 at 2:46, where the scratchings are number 7, Dry Humour, and number 12, Sirineld. And we've got a field of 10 to run. Set weights and penalties races, they tend to sort of sit up in the middle stages of the race, and then the race will be on in earnest probably from about the 650 metre mark. So that's the map. They're over by the river getting a cooling breeze, and just before they move into the gates as Willoughby leads them up, let's go to the betting ring and get an update from Anthony Mithen. And Marble Hall still the favourite, Mitho?
It's not, Peter. No, I can tell you it's flipped around. Willoughby has been backed heavily, just as last week, and he won last week, so let's see what happens today.
I had a poultice on him last week. He was 5s to 11 to 4 last week, and they've obviously decided to double up here.
Well, it's something similar today. There's no doubt about that. Marble Halls is blown, and Always Aloof also got out in the market. The only one they want, Willoughby at the moment. So it will be an interesting race. See if it can live up to its expectations that punters say can win.
All right, well, there you go. There's the latest from Anthony Mithen. The big money has been for Willoughby, number 1. I can tell you that Roy Higgins has marked them. Willoughby on top of Pengulu, Marble Hall's Rustic Dream, numbers 1, 3, 4 and 11 from Roy Higgins, courtesy of Sport 927. As they get set now for this, the Blamey Stakes. Hope you've enjoyed the action on our Super Summer Sunday of racing here on Network 10. Look at that. This has tumbled right in Willoughby. This has been a big go, I can tell you. As Anthony Mithen said, well, it's just about halved its price. Marble Hall's certainly in contention. Pengulu is at good each-way value. And Rustic Dream at $5.80. They're just about set to go. They're all in the gates. Let's go to Brian Martin, courtesy of Sport 927.
Now Always Aloof and Willoughby bounce quickly with Sweet Delight. Willoughby in front of the early point. Away fast Maximal, further out Raw Blue. And behind those Swayze, further back in the race, Reaper Barn, Pengulu. They're followed back in the middle by Rustic Dream. And Marble Halls at the 1400 metre mark has gone back to last of all. Along the back, Raw Blue, the grey from the outside, takes up the running now from Willoughby second. Inclined to get his head up, and Sir Swayze going around the outside. They put a bit of speed into it now. Sir Swayze takes over now from Raw Blue, Sweet Delight. Willoughby settles a little better on the inside of Maximal. 1 to Rustic Dream from Always Aloof, Pengulu. 2 to Reaper Barn, and Marble Halls at the 1000 metre mark last of all. 10 to 12 off the front. Sir Swayze backs off the speed in front now by a length and a half to Raw Blue. 1 then to Sweet Delight running third. Then Willoughby tucked away fourth on the inside. Maximal deep. Rustic Dream back in the middle. A length and a half. Always Aloof on the inside of Pengulu. A length into Reaper Barn, and moving up outside at Marble Hall. 600 to go, and they've slowed right up in front now. The leader is Sir Swayze, about a half in front of Raw Blue. A length Sweet Delight, 3 out, and off the track is Maximal. Willoughby waiting for that run, sweating on that run. Die back on the inside, then Rustic Dream outside him from Always Aloof, and further back in the race Pengulu. Marble Hall's back second to last. Back in the centre there is Always Aloof. It's Raw Blue hitting the front now. 300 to go from Rustic Dream. Willoughby peels to the outside from Sir Swayze, and then Pengulu. Rustic Dream hit the lead. Willoughby gets into the clear. Then Raw Blue. It's Rustic Dream in front. Willoughby trying hard, and here's Marble Halls making a late run, but it's Rustic Dream the leader. Willoughby cutting him down with every stride. Willoughby lifts and gets up. Willoughby has got up to beat Rustic Dream. Raw Blue third, just in front of Marble Halls the rail. Then Pengulu, further back Always Aloof. Sir Swayze followed by Reaper Barn, Maximal, and Sweet Delight is last of all.
This big plonk has come off, but you would have had your heart in your mouth if you backed Willoughby. Shane Dye rode it perfectly, but it was just a matter of the run coming. And Joe, it didn't come until the 300, but hasn't he put in the big strides over the last bit?
Huge effort to finish there. Earlier in the race, he didn't appear to settle that well, but he's come out and won.
It's Rustic Dream in front. Marble Hall's getting up on the inside, and watch for Willoughby joining in on the outside. this big gangly type from Perth, and he has absolutely sprouted wings in the last 100 metres.
And a very good run from Marble Halls too, Pete.
It was, but those who supported Willoughby will be very happy because they've got good odds about it, and there is the official photo finish with Willoughby number 1 getting up to beat number 11, and that was Rustic Dream, and number 5 in third placing, and that was Royal Blue. And as Joe suggested, good run by Marble Halls, got a long way out of its ground, was actually last at one stage, and was running home pretty well at the end of the race. Well, this is a great story, Willoughby. As we said, Michael Pateman had never been here to Flemington until last week, and they unloaded back from 5s to 11 to 4. I reckon they might have got a few extra dollars today. Let's find out. Michael's down with Anthony Mithen.
Well, first of all, did you back it, Michael?
No, I don't back him. No, I keep away from that.
It was a fantastic effort. You've never come over to Melbourne, have you?
No, I've never been over here before, so.
And he's not a spring chicken, is he? He's an older horse. What prompted you to bring him over in the first place?
He was just racing that well, you know, he was beating our best horses over there 2 and 3 lengths, and we thought he was just worth an opportunity over here.
Yeah, there's been a plunge both today and last week. Stable money, the owners like him a bit?
Oh, the owner would add something on, but he wouldn't be plunging him.
Yeah. Did you think he could win when he came past us here at about the 100 or so? He still had a bit of work cut out for him, didn't he?
Yeah, he's still had a bit of work to do, but I hadn't given up on him. You never give up on him, I can tell you that.
You've got a big heart, obviously. Where does he go to from here now?
To tell you the truth, I haven't looked. I think I'd say Shane will want him a bit further again, I'd say, after today, so he'd probably look for an 18 in, 2 or 3 weeks.
Would he be a chance for the Australia Cup at all?
Don't know, he's been in work a while. Like I said, he won one of our main sprint races, Melbourne Cup Day, so he's been in work for a good while, so it's a matter of why he keeps racing as well as he is.
Good on you. Thanks very much, Michael. Congratulations.
Michael Pateman, the winning trainer. Here's the replay again, and I have no doubt, as we said, Joe, that his wife Maria will be watching, along with baby Jessica Lee, who was born about 10 days ago. But look at the way this horse really finds the line when he gets clear.
Fantastic acceleration there.
Rustic Dream, perfectly ridden, every possible chance. Brett Preble rode it a treat, but the winner just too good, flashing home at the end. You can hear from the amount of applause this is a popular victory. Royal Blue holding on for third place just in front of Marble Halls, and Pengulu, who loomed up but just didn't finish off his race. There's the winner back to scale now, Willoughby with Shane Dye. Another beautiful ride by the man they love to. We'll be back with the correct weight signal and the dividends on the Blamey Stakes in just a tick. Closing ever so slowly as the line approaches, putting in those big strides, and the Perth Galloper getting up right in the very last 2 or 3 bounds to get up and score in the Blamey Stakes. And that was a terrific effort by Willoughby. Great ride by Shane Dye as well.
Very much so. And I don't think that'll be the last time we see that horse win a race, especially here.
Well, the correct weight signal has just gone up. Weight is right on race number 5 on the card. Brought to you by the Saab 9.5. On the Blamey Stakes numbers there, 1, 11 and 5, and we should be able to bring you the dividends on race 5 in just a moment. And here they are. Willoughby $3.40 and $1.60. Rustic Dream has paid $1.80, and it's $4.80 for Royal Blue. Trifecta $277.20, Quinella $12.70, and the race to race double $9.80. Anthony Mithen has joined us now, along with Joe McKinnon here in the mounting yard. And we've got a couple of great days. We'll be back here, of course, at Flemington next Sunday.
Looking forward to that. It'll be great racing there, and then the Australia Cup, of course.
Yeah, and not to forget the Cadbury Guineas as well on Australian Cup Day. It's a day full of highlights.
It's always a very exciting race, the Cadbury Guineas. I'm looking forward to it.
Anthony and Joe, we'll look forward to seeing you next Sunday. And we look forward to your company next Sunday for another Super Summer Sunday of racing. Doug Kirk is our competition winner. He'll be joining us here at Flemington over the Melbourne Cup Carnival. I hope you can join us next Sunday. We'll see you then.
Sunshine, Shelly and Just the Dancer. 28 Francis from Norman. Really one of the first horses have done already with Sunshine Sally and Dust about them. Pontiac Mansion Grooming, their chap rider on the train is Diego. They go past the finish, close to that.